Hi everyone, welcome to Fandom Fitness Friday. I'm PJ with ZooFit. And when I created Fandom Fitness within the ZooFit program, it was mainly just a combination of my passion for all things geeky and nerdy, and as well as enrichment, or a way to make fitness more fun and engaging. But it did lead to an interesting question I felt needed to be answered. What does pretending to be a superhero have to do with a program based on the principles of zookeeping? And besides me thinking that all zookeepers are basically superheroes, I found my true answer when I became an Optimize coach. Now in the coach program, Brian Johnson, the founder of Optimize, gave the etymology of the word hero. Basically, a hero means protector, and that means a hero has strength for two. Now this fit in perfectly with my ideals of ZooFit actually. Have fun working out, playing games, and even going on adventures with your favorite fictional characters. We're preparing you to be heroes. Now in my mind, I was looking for eco-warriors, champions of conservation. And while there are plenty of environmental challenges we can combat through ZooFit, I recognize that conservation isn't the only injustices we see in this day and age. And if I'm to be a hero for the planet, I am called to do what I can for every living creature, not just wild and endangered species. I believe in many heroic mantras, fighting for peace, truth, and justice, and that with great power comes great responsibility. And while I care for this planet, and I believe that we won't have so many things that we desire unless we take care of it, there are some injustices which stand out and need immediate action. Right now is one of those times. Now I'm honestly not sure what to do or what to say in this situation. How can I be an ally? How can I be a hero? That's what I want to talk to you about today. How can you be a hero in difficult and tumultuous times? And there's one very important thing to remember when it comes to being a hero. I think it might be rule number one. In order to take care of the planet, your community, or your family, you have to take care of yourself first. Because again, a hero has strength for two. And why is taking care of ourselves so important? It's not a selfish act. It actually serves two very big purposes. Number one, we can't show up as heroes unless we train for it. Sure, Captain America was injected with serum to produce the perfect soldier, but he didn't just get injected and did nothing to prepare fighting the bad guys. He still needed to train how to use the body the serum created. We too need to prepare for our fights. Eating right, getting plenty of rest, exercising and moving are essential parts of being a superhero. But it's really the second point that I want to focus on today because it's relevant to what's going on in today's world. When we take excellent care of ourselves, we become radiant exemplars for the world. And I don't mean in the, ooh, look how fit he or she is. I mean translating how we feel from the inside to shine out. We become beacons of hope, love, courage, and wisdom. And I was thinking about which fandom heroes or heroines personify these ideals the best. But while I was writing this, my mind kept falling back to three other heroes, real-life heroes. Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, and Fred Rogers. Now, Mahatma Gandhi is attributed to saying, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." But what he actually said was this: if we could change ourselves, the tendencies in the world would also change. As man changes his own nature, so does the attitude of the world change towards him. And that is the essence of the quote, "Be the change." The world is absolutely crazy right now. Back in January, I thought the Australian bushfires were the worst thing that could happen to start the new decade. I decided to dedicate my actions of conservation fitness to Australia. That seems like eons ago. I was trying to feel optimistic and do something that I felt utterly powerless against. What do I do besides donate money to Australian wildfire relief help? I can be the change that I want to see in the world. I can inspire others with simple self-care habits so bushfires don't become commonplace occurrence. such as teaching how to meal prep to reduce deforestation, or how riding your bike or walking cuts down our carbon footprint. Do these little things for your own health and have a better impact on the planet. And I felt quite inspired. And then coronavirus came and shut the entire planet down. That was really hard, because what can I do? Well, I can take care of myself. One, so I don't threaten my immunocompromised husband, but also so I can be a radiant exemplar, a hero, if you will, on how to see the positives, the opportunities instead of the negative obstacles. But I am now feeling at a loss once more. Some of the people who are supposed to be heroes in the eyes of the public are acting in ways that are, well, not heroic. So what do? I can be the change that I want to see in the world. I can be kind and be compassionate. But I know that this starts with treating myself in this particular way. Not in a selfish sense, but in the sense that I cannot be compassionate or kind to others unless I practice it myself. As Ayn Rand put it, in order to say I love you, you must first know how to say the word I. So being heroic takes practice, and who better to practice on than yourself? But it is important, especially in the quest of a hero, that we go from theory to practice to mastery. We must be that beacon of hope, love, kindness, and compassion. And this is not a short-term or one-time act. It is something we must do with ourselves and with each other day in and day out. And Martin Luther King emerged as a leader of civil rights movement when he led the Montgomery bus boycott, starting after the arrest of Rosa Parks in December of 1955. He encouraged the community to stay true to the boycott for 381 days. Over a year of refusing to ride the bus at great sacrifice to their own livelihoods. This was not a one-time act. It was not a once-a-month act. The entire community stayed committed to their principles for over a year, just to overrule one simple law that segregated blacks and whites on the buses alone. And to be the superhero the world needs right now, we cannot just act heroic for a weekend or even a month or a year. Maybe we can inspire change that we want within a year, but we cannot stop after a year. To be a hero, we must become that day in and day out, every day, forever. And we may not see these changes this year. We may not even see it next year. But we must continue to act in accordance with our virtues every day. Not just until our dreams come to pass, but until the day that we ourselves leave this earth. That is the hero's path. And this path may seem daunting. It may seem like we are traveling alone and that no one else cares. But this isn't the case. And it is times like these I look to a wise and wonderful man, Fred Rogers. His philosophy during hard times is quite inspiring. First, there is his powerful quote, "Aim towards children to look for the helpers in times of tragedy." This is something his own mother taught him as a child, and something that he taught thousands of children on Mr. Rogers' neighborhood during times of trauma. It's inspiring, at least to me, in the sense that I want to be one of those helpers. In times like these, I have a choice. I can sit back and watch while the world around me burns, or I can stand up and be the helper I want to see in others. The question is, which one will you choose? It's also still important to look for the helpers in others. And many people want to help, want to make a change, but don't know what to do or how to act. Now, if we look for the helpers, we can support them and guide them. And if you are one of those people who don't know what to do or how to act in tragic times, then find the helpers who can guide you and support you. Look for the helpers and then become the helper. Not just today, but tomorrow and the next day and the next year. Become a hero you want to see save the world. Shine as a radiant exemplar, a true beacon of hope. Now, my heart is with all those who are suffering right now, and I myself am looking for helpers to guide me in how I can be a better hero for others. But for now, I will continue to connect to the earth, to nature, and to the community in healthy and positive ways. I will continue to train positive and bring the best version of myself to the world. I'm doing what I can, taking care of myself and the planet so I can show up when called to action. Take care of yourself so you can be the hero our world needs. Please stay safe and well today, tomorrow, and forever.